Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Company of Heroes 2. Today we are on the General's Gentlemen main casting map 1.0, otherwise known as Faymanville. Our players will be Findeed as the Wehrmacht.
And his opponent, Hooligan, as the Soviets. We are on the December balance preview. Very excited to be here. I've been playing several games of it. A few 1v1s, a couple of 2v2s with Blake. And I like the patch. It looks good.
It does look cool, yes. I'm a big fan so far.
I mean, it
you
involves
can
my
never be
Jackson
sure.
buff, and I've been waiting 4 years for my Jackson buff, man. So many Jackson memes in that video. The Jackson fail montage, and the second one, which I didn't even make, but I have the footage for it. I've been waiting for this Jackson buff, and it's finally here. The health buff, which is great, and they also in 1.3, they also then traded some damage for penetration, which I'm okay with. I want that extra pen. I don't like my Jackson bouncing 7 shots in a row.
Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing. You just want tank destroyers to penetrate. Consistency over kill stuff really quickly.
Yeah.
When it comes to tank destroyers. As long as they penetrate stuff, you know, I'm all good. Early MG opening from Findeed. Will it work out? It's bold out of 10, but he's actually playing it really well in terms of the positioning of his other units. So he's got Grenz covering the north flank, Grenz covering the south flank. Really, this MG Pyre's covering the south flank. He's not going to have any issues. There shouldn't have any conscript flanks, conscripts that are in position to actually flank the MG. So it's a cool play.
Yeah, I mean the first MG is what everyone does, but you can be quite risky, especially when it comes to if you rush for the house. And then they get in the house before you, and your MG is like out in the open, then it's a really bad time. But as for Hooligan, he's going for cons. Not a surprise, given that conscripts are buffed in this patch, and this makes me very happy. Conscripts also being pretty bad, or previously being pretty bad and in need of buff. Opening up a bit more variety in Soviet playstyle. Penal's not quite as good, but cons are better to compensate. That being said, we'll be Findeed taking the garrison away.
Yeah, it's going to be a few more conscript models, going to be dropped pretty much for free. Squad actually takes a fair bit of health damage as well. That's going to be an issue for Hooligan to continue the pressure. But hey, it's always nice to have a capping conscript squad.
Well, he wants to put the MG in the house. Let's see if the cons target the MG. No. Thought it could at least drop one model of the MG before he got in the house.
New load times into garrisons and evac times as well.
The Molotov tech is so cheap now. Definitely worth getting for that when he wants to try and clear these buildings out.
10 fuel really not delaying your tech at all.
Yeah, and 80 manpower is it's like, oh no, that's like 4 con models. Like here as well, man. I'm sure he'll get it soon.
Yeah, I mean, 4 conscripts is pretty much what you want before you start investing in the Molotov tech. Certainly the worthwhile point. Last stuff from the Grens will actually force off one of the combat engineer squads. Probably the conscripts as well, and then just retreat. Pretty low in health. Probably worth grabbing a bunker with that squad. She wants to retain the garrison, rotating in a second MG42.
Wow. There's been a lot of models dropped this game. Normally, with HMGs, you know, you engage, you disengage, but this is so many cons being dropped. Less grenadiers as well to an extent, but still several going down. Hooligan's capping order, it wasn't so good because he went for the left side. That's cut off now. So he's lost a lot of his capping. Like, he doesn't have the right side strat point, doesn't have the VP or the munitions point. Findeed not having much territory either, but that's normally what you'd expect going, double MG early on. And
having the MGs in nice positions as well as a big feather in his cap. I mean, it's going to give the Grens actually time to rotate back in. MG's still setting up inside the garrison. There's the battle phase 1 also being unlocked. Do we have Molotovs? I definitely saw a big manpower investment, but it might have just been the medics. Yeah, just the medics and reinforcing from the looks of things.
I guess he might not need it here because he has 3 squads and the MG wasn't at full health. So the thing is with the MG here is the suppression's great, but he actually isn't dropping models. So another MG. Yeah, now the MG has to back off.
Oh, this is bold.
Wow.
Oh, this is bold. I wouldn't go for that. Nah,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he didn't.
Cons with new accuracy as well. Buffed accuracy cons are very dangerous. They actually drop models now. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing to watch. Beautiful thing to watch.
Okay, Findeed having his med bunker now. He lost a lot of health on his squad, so definitely needing that one, especially on a HMG team. You don't want to have that HMG at low health because it can get stolen. Wow, mortar half track. What a baller.
Wow, that's intense. This is very different.
Against 4 times con though. Okay, that's a bit weird, but let's see how it goes.
Might work out. Certainly for some of these squads out of heavy cover. If it just forces the cons into heavy cover against heavy cover engagements, then the mortar half-track's really going to pay off. I mean, what's the other option? The cons can't do anything else. They have to engage the Grens here. It's not ideal, but it's not really another option. There's nowhere to actually get on top of the mortar half-track either. There we go.
The Grens are charging, anticipating the cons to run away.
Actually going to stick around, though.
Nice. That being said, Hooligan now has so much map control.
He's actually connected all of his territory. He had blocks of it in the south and to the east as well. Has actually all connected all of that, so a huge spike in terms of his income, at least for now.
Yeah, double fuel against a mortar half track. This could be nice. He could just go straight for T-34-76s, even the 85s, as he has this commander unlocking it. Molotov's now going to be an option. Dodges the rifle grenade. Munitions being something Findeed can ill afford.
Definitely, especially just the plus of one conscript squad. Does it seem worth? Just really wants to retain control over that garrison, if anything else. But I want to switch up in terms of commanders, like Spearhead, Armored Assault, what face?
Yeah. Well, Armored Assault's not too rare because you just have such a strong late game core. You've got IS-2, T-34s, and the strafe is really OP.
Yeah, IL-2 is nice.
The crew repair's good. I mean, the radio, he's had that all game, so he's known exactly what's happening. That being said, Hooligan has been pushed off, and the mortar half-track going to be barraging the base.
Big plays. These conscripts have Molotovs.
Yeah.
It's a bait! Haha!
AT grenades have been unlocked also. The mortar half-track has to be a little bit careful.
Now, the MG's going to have to eat some of this Molotov damage before it actually evacs. It's chunked a little bit. We'll be forced to retreat. Good play from the cons. Good stuff, Hooligan. Really, the MG has no option. If it just runs into the cons, maybe the cons don't get a flank off. But if they have to take a garrison, there's no way the MG's going to get away with not retreating.
He's going to have to put a pack here. Doesn't know if the T-70 is coming out. Hooligan having a fair bit of manpower, though. So he needs to spend something. Because he's in a great spot, but if he just keeps 500 manpower, then he's not going to be able to keep as much map presence as he had. Squad of P-Grens, so that's okay, just given the fact that Hooligan hasn't gone for his tier 3. And the beginnings will be really nice, especially if he uses them to protect his MG flanks.
Hooligan actually hasn't added on any squads. He's still on full conscript with the combat engineers due to manpower investment.
Oh, he didn't even have
the special rifle command.
He didn't even have tier 1 or tier 2.
No, he didn't. Yeah.
Okay, so the T-70 was actually further off than I realized. But still looking at the fuel, he could have had this by now.
Yeah, he still could have had it. So.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a misplay here from Hooligan, not really taking up the way that he could have. Also, another squad of engineers would have been good to get that flamer, and because sometimes you make the excuse of like, well, I can't build tier buildings because my engineers are busy. Just build another squad, man. You've got a lot of manpower and you want a flamer. Even with the Molotovs, flamer's always good.
Okay, so it's tier 1, tier 3 here for Hooligan. He's thrown it down immediately. That's cool to see. So can actually go for a T-70. It's still going to hit a pretty nasty timing. Findeed quite low on munitions. Obviously no telemines due to the investment into the rifle nades and the MG. So T-70 would actually still make a lot of sense here.
Oh, I misjudged the field timing. Okay, this is actually really good timing then. I'm surprised he went for the tier 1. I don't know why he wants this. Can't get a mortar, can't get a Zis gun, can't get a Maxim.
Maybe he just goes for a sniper if the T-70 doesn't work out in forcing these MGs off. It could be nice.
Is it because it's 10 fuel cheaper? I can't remember if that's true anymore.
I'm pretty sure it is cheaper still. I don't know if it's 10 fuel cheaper though, but I'm pretty sure it is cheaper.
Okay. Demo. Oh no, the P-Gren's looking for the cap. Now demos have been changed.
Yeah.
They have a timer on them. So it gives you 3 seconds to react.
It's more than enough time to actually retreat if you're watching the squad.
Yeah, and in exchange, the demos are cheaper, which I disagree with. I don't know why they need to be cheaper. But it's a good change. I like that. Demos not as easy to get those cheesy wipes.
That was pretty ridiculous. It's going to be one of the things we look back on in a year and be like, you remember when demos instantly blew up?
Ugh.
Yeah, I remember that.
Demos blowing up instantly.
Not a good time.
Okay, T-70's on the field. Pack now has arrived too. There's the demo, but he just dodges it. So, you know, loses 1 P grand, 1 grand. That's fine. But still, 65 munitions. That's not expensive for 2 models.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's that cheap. You put it on every building. There's the load and unload times, making it a lot harder now to dodge those. The T-70 can just baller mode this mortar half track, but he's actually worried about the incendiary, I think.
Yeah, probably. Incendiary or, you know, a teller. At this point, the mortar half track's going to be backed into a position where there could be a teller mine, but probably not. I'm not sure if Hooligan's seen the second Grenadier upgrades. We're only seeing 2 Grenadier squads together. It looks like he probably has now, seeing this one at the top, so.
Wow, Rifle Nade gets a few cons.
Hate the minimum range of Rifle Nades. It's also a pack on the field, so T7 actually plays it smart in terms of the squads it's deciding to force off.
Yeah, this is so well timed. Findeed getting the pack out perfectly in time. The mortar half track was safe, perhaps even looking for a bait, because he had a damaged engine and he was sitting in front of where that pack was. And Findeed has a really strong core now. He's got P-Grans, he's got 2 Grens, 2 MGs. There is a sniper though, so Hooligan wanted the tier 1 for a reason. The sniper's going to be great against the MGs. You can force them away, you can start forcing them out of buildings.
Gonna have to be a little bit careful when it comes to positioning around that mortar half track, but yeah, still should play this one pretty well. Yeah, nice. This is a good play.
Yeah, and with the sniper, even if he doesn't actually clear away the MGs specifically, it gives a lot of vision, and with that flare too in particular, so it can allow the conscripts to get some really nasty flanks.
Accurately getting one shot off. Nice work playing the T70 at max range. Awesome micro from Hooligan thus far.
Yeah, this is turning into a pretty tense game. Indeed, I believe he has his battle phase 3 now. Battle phase 2 rather.
This would be nice. Nothing really more to say on this commander. Of course, he's got Panzer Tactician and the recon available, and nothing more until the CP-10 frag bomb. Can the cons get it? Cons do wipe things now.
Oh, maybe you should have stopped there.
Yeah.
The good old Zis killer, as we call it. Oof. Okay, I guess AT grenade off. Free veterancy, ain't mad, but we'll have to retreat from this though.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine though. It's free veterancy, and it also gives the sniper a little bit more freedom to put pressure onto these support weapons, which is doing at the moment. If the mortar half track doesn't have a damage engine, it's going to feel free to drive up and keep forcing off the sniper.
I like how we call it free veterancy, even though it's 35 munitions for the URI and the AT grenade, and it's like 20 manpower for the con drop. But it's still free, you know, effectively.
Sniper model drop as well here, so not really cost efficient. Hooligan's going to have to reinforce that one. It's quite expensive.
Oh no, that's why you aim move your MGs. It's kind of funny though that aim moving is the ideal way to micro certain things.
Yeah. What do you mean certain things?
Okay, everything.
Name a unit on Findeed's lineup you don't want to aim move.
Pioneers, mortar half tracks.
Wait,
why is the mortar what?
Maybe it's changed sides.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it doesn't like aim moving? I don't know. I'm unsure. Pack's quite low now. Another Molotov coming out here from Hooligan. Gotta love it.
It's a great thing about snipers is they can clear up packs. Wow, the Molotov doing some great damage. Needs to evac this. He retreats now. Mortar may have saved that Grenadier squad. Yeah, the Molotov's a bit more effective now because of the unload times in those buildings. Makes dodging them, just grenades in general, makes dodging grenades a little bit harder. Which I think is a good change because it's too easy to dodge regular grenades. They were worthless at clearing buildings. Oh no, that's a big grand wipe. Okay.
Definitely a wipe. Yeah, still, it's going to be at the cost of the mortar half track from the looks of things. Nope, pack's still there.
He actually had the tactician as well, so no chance that half track was going down.
Actually, a really well-positioned pack. If you have a look at the pack, it's within reinforcement range, but still covering the mortar half track, which is an
these
important
grands.
distinction.
The cons could just turn around and double tap them. Yeah, he retreats. Oops.
One volley off from the conscripts. They don't find it. Do force the MG off, however, so retreats across the board now.
Double P-Grans. Man, that's manpower bleed for the sniper.
And the T70 as well.
I guess he wanted some Shreks. He has a lot of munitions, but not in a good position. He doesn't have Shreks being upgraded, so this T70 is just doing a lot of damage.
Absolutely murdering the P-Grans. And just these individual model drops will mean the conscripts can find favourable engagements. Bunner does pretty much nothing thanks to the conscript spacing.
Yeah, these Pigerens got to get out of here. I don't know why they haven't retreated yet. That could be a wipe if he chases.
Yeah. T-70's playing so safe.
Yeah, I guess that's not a bad thing. Oh, the sniper.
Not again.
That's an A move, so that may have saved him. It drops one model, and that's okay. That was a really good spot to ambush with those Grens.
It was. Still really poor sniper positioning. Hooligan doesn't really have control over that side of the map. Always have a squad in front. Or go somewhere where you've already preemptively scouted. It's just, it's a weird play.
Just walk around the side, so much vision.
Or move cover to cover, that also works. So
7 kills on the sniper.
2 model reinforcers.
2 models, wow.
Yeah,
okay, so the sniper actually not paying himself off.
Not at all.
Or at least not anything significantly.
World's most useless early game wire with the cart destroyed. So. MGs. Oh no, Hooligan! Oh, okay, that's good. They're moving. Okay, the conscript flank coming at the same time. They're just going to try and move up max range against the MG, which could be kind of dangerous.
So Hooligan built a squad of cons rather than penals, given that he had the tier 1 building, and it was a fresh squad. So I sort of wonder why he didn't go for penals instead. That would have been certainly a lot better versus the Pigerens.
I mean, it's nerf penals, but still, so not really a big issue. Ah!
Oh no.
That's like medium range for the Pigerens.
Yeah, I don't know if the sniper actually fired then.
No, I mean, it juked out on the side of the house and had to move further forward to actually take the shot, walking within Pigeren range. That was odd.
Definitely not the best micro here from Hooligan.
If you're going to build a sniper, you've got to be confident in your usage of it.
Yeah.
You've got to have the time to invest, and you've got to be good at investing that time.
I mean,
If your micro doesn't allow for snipers, that's, all well and good. Like, I very rarely will go snipers in 1v1s because I've got too much going on. Team games, yeah, when I've got all my units grouped up, but...
I love this T-70. He's just being so safe with it. And when it's 17 minutes to the game, you have to do that. You gotta expect a P4 any moment. There's gonna be a pack somewhere. There can be tellers. There can be, Grens. This is okay fast here because he's so safe here. There's no really threat. I don't know why he's going back though, because now he's actually in threat of a Panzer IV just showing up and killing him. Whereas if he went down the road,
or even just a really well positioned pack, maybe because he knows where this pack is, so he's going to go the long way around. I'm guessing he's just going to reverse move around the edge of the map back to his base.
Yeah, but he can't fire through that.
No.
So he would have been okay. But if it's staying still, because then you get that extra accuracy, and then you just kill multiple Grens.
So T-70 is actually a bit late in terms of this reverse move, so the pack's going to try and hunt this one down. Could definitely be successful, though those trees there are a shot blocker.
Oh no, he could even use the frag bomb.
Yeah, definitely could work out.
Wow.
Novette 1.
Okay, so he's supposed to stay still here and just try and gun this pack down. Because he
pretty
actually
much the only
almost
option.
killed it. Oh my god. But he's moving, so he's missing... there goes the T-70s. So, yeah, he went the long way around. If he went down the road, because again, the pack can't fire through this. So the pack has to kind of walk around the corner, and then T-70 at minimum range will just gun that pack down immediately.
And looking towards our fuel situation, wow, good stuff, Sniper, it's getting work done. It seems as though both of our players are actually just going to go for the call-in. Findeed definitely heading up towards the Tiger. I'm guessing Hooligan goes IS-2 here. What's he got in his base? He's got the T4, but that doesn't tell you that much.
Well, he'll go for a T-34-85, otherwise he wouldn't have built that.
Yeah.
Because he has all the command points he needs, and he's a lot of fuel off. He actually lost his fuel at the moment, so it'll take him a little bit longer to get this T-34.
Forget there's no changes on the teching art in this December balance preview. So
Yeah, no call-in changes,
No
which is
call-in
really
changes.
sad, because you're just going to keep seeing call-in meta.
Pigeren's finding very favourable engagements here. Even against, Vet 3 cons are all well and good, but when they're up against Vet 2 Pigeren's, still not going to do much, even with the veterancy changes.
Okay, Panzer IV is being built against a T-34-85. It's very outclassed, despite the nice little penetration buff the P4 now has.
No Tiger, that's weird.
Oh yeah.
If Findeed knows that Hooligan has T-34-85s on the way, or at least should do.
Well, he hasn't scouted
Hasn't
anything.
scouted the tech, but,
Well,
could assume at this stage. I don't know, I forget what he was running at the start, but certainly
Yeah, I
a
can't
possibility.
I sort of wish you could see what commanders they had. Because once you get past the load screen, it shows you on the load screen, but if you miss the load screen or you forget, like we obviously did now. Oh, the bait. This is so good.
Wrecked, yeah. Poor conscripts. There's nothing worse than Uraing 2 squads after a tank and just failing to do anything.
Yeah, well, he will get the Molotov off here. Hooligan may want to be a little bit more careful with his munitions now that he has access to the IL-2, which is just so good. You want to use that as much as you can. There's a pretty high chance you just get squad wipes with it.
Late evac will actually work out here. Panzer 4 wipe? No. X shot not actually going to come through.
Okay, he needs to fight around the pack because else the T-34 will just kill it.
Yeah, straight up wreck it. Having conscripts forward, but miscommunication between the conscripts and the T-34-85.
We still may see Shreks come through. Yeah, going Shreks now. It's kind of the problem with, whoa!
Oops. Was that a move? It was retreating. I'm pretty sure it was retreating.
Yeah, well.
Still the engagement, but snipers use their incendiary round. They learned that tactic from the
Studying,
sniper,
yeah.
so yeah.
Watching lots of replays.
Yeah.
He also used the
Realized that two models
crit
put out a
from the
second
British
rifle.
sniper as well.
Yeah.
The other guys finally manned up and turned into a sniping. Wow, this is deep. P4 goes in. He bounced that shot. He's gonna take a grenade here. There's Shreks as well. That's why the T-34 was surprised and got caught. That's okay. He had the smoke, so he's pretty safe with these plays, knowing that there's no Zis or anything else on the field.
Yeah, no Zis from Hooligan is an issue. The fact he doesn't even have tier 3, it's a nasty nade.
No dodge.
Oh yeah. It's actually the ideal position to throw it because it's like, well, they're in heavy cover anyway, so I'm going to get X amount of damage done. But if they try and dodge backwards, they're just going to run straight into it. And
that's why you want to dodge sideways. Yeah. People will often try and juke you by throwing a grenade behind you.
Yeah.
But they'll never throw a grenade sideways.
Or forward as well. I run forward in squads.
Yeah.
Like Volsk with bundle grenades in particular.
The infiltration grenades.
Yeah, the infiltration 1,000 nades.
Yeah. That costs 10 munitions.
Yeah.
Or it used to.
Dodging forward, I find, is like consistently good way of dodging it. But...
Yeah, then you're up close as well, especially with those Volks grenades because every model throws it, so you're not taking any damage by charging up.
Forgot one of my favorite things about Spearhead, that you're actually going to have this incendiary from the mortar half track, and that's going to make it quite hard to use this guns. It's really good, yeah.
Yeah, the incendiary as well as the recon's really good too. And then there isn't any support weapons, but if there was, the fragmentation's really good. I think you can even stun vehicles with it too.
Very hard to use this guns against this composition. Sniper?
I thought he actually threw the AT grenade at the half track, and I was like, wow, such range, but no, it was the Molotov. Yeah, double sniper. I mean, it doesn't have fuel for anything else. This gun wouldn't be bad. That's probably worth getting. I guess you need the tier 2 for that.
Tech into, so. Probably a worthwhile investment.
Oh wow, this P4's got a couple of really good shots off.
It's way too much micro investment. I don't see this going well for Hooligan. I don't think he can probably use this double sniper. Maybe he uses it to force off the Pigrens in particular. Uses them together and just forces off these Shreks so we can actually trade with the Panzer IV, but there's a pack gun set up. Yeah,
it's a lot of manpower. Pigrens. You've also got the pack double MG, so I can see why he went for it, but yeah, it's gonna be hard to use. It's sort of, that's why mortars are good, because they fill a similar role, but they don't require as much effort and oversight. So in that late game situation, then mortars are useful because you just put them somewhere and leave them.
Even a squad of AT penals, which actually got like their AT buffed, would be good. So.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure it's like more dedicated roles now. I can't remember exactly what the changes are, but I'm pretty sure they will actually have more AT vehicle now.
I like that.
So I think the idea was to have them more dedicated towards like either INT vehicle or infantry.
Mortar half track goes down. Pack is decrewed. Trek's retreating. Panzer IV is caught. They actually recruits the pack, but there's cons swarming him. Trek's around the side, can't get within range. Pack's decrewed once again. He's looking to steal this pack. Needs to try and gun these cons down.
Probably just do it straight up. I would steal it right now, but maybe the Pigrens are too close. But there's only actually one model with an SMG here.
Wow, what was that con squad doing? He could have stolen that pack.
Yeah, really. One of the squad should have stolen it, while the other one actually stalled out the Pigrens. That was a really weird play. Now the pack's just going to be free for the taking.
Oh, I didn't have enough munitions for an AT grenade, so that was unfortunate.
To be fair, he probably wouldn't have gotten the pack out of there. With that flanking P-Gren squad with 4 models and the SMGs, it wouldn't have gotten out of there, so...
It would have got close, it would have got like here, and then you can just blow that up.
Yeah,
or,
I mean,
or
that's
recapture
also,
it.
yeah. It's worth the manpower investment just to get the pack closer so you can kill it. But now the P4 is covering it. With the T-34-76, T-34-85 on half health, it can't actually contest and try and blow up the pack gun. It just takes too long.
Man, this P4 has done so much damage. 16 kills. I know they buffed the scatter of the OKW Panzer IV, but I don't think they did the same for the Wehrmacht Panzer IV. I believe it was just penetration and a slight cost reduction.
Right.
It's 5 field difference. Which I think is a nice change.
Reasonable.
Sorry?
It's a bait pack now. Look at this. Bait pack. This is an MG setup, P-Gren setup. It's like, go on, man, cap it. I dare you. I dare you to cap this pack. See what happens.
Still, as long as Findeed is preventing Hooligan from getting fuel, he's looking good because he's got his Tiger on the way. He has a lot of options, and he's got the VPs down to his advantage. Ouch.
Yeah, 400 for Findeed compared to the 258 of Hooligan, who's quite low on fuel. I mean, 94 now. Better the 335 float of Findeed, much closer to the Tiger than Hooligan is to his IS-2.
It's good MG positioning down here as well.
Fantastic.
A lot of munitions, so we should see Findeed try and throw some mines down. I don't think there's any telemines around.
Once you have the frag bomb floated up, certainly the time to start investing in other munition sinks like mines. Population cap-wise, Findeed's ahead here. It's just a really solid unit composition, fantastic unit preservation.
Oh, yeah, he lost a sniper.
Yeah.
That was his original one.
Not surprised at all that he lost that.
Don't know what happened there.
Decreed the pack once and that's about it. It was just way too much micro investment for Hooligan.
Yeah, if he blew up the pack with his T-34, or he did something with it, it would have been good, but nothing happened. He just got the pack back.
One sniper is
but he's tier 2.
Yeah, one sniper is fine. At least it puts pressure on the pack gun and the P-Grens if they just let it run at the T-34-85. So I certainly understand the one sniper.
Oh no.
That's a wipe.
Man, this P4 is just murdering these cons. 20 kills already. Jeez. He couldn't afford that wipe. He does have his tier 2, so he can go for a Zis gun now. But yeah.
One Zis, one T-34-85. So many MGs set up. It's just that there's no way for him to take a favorable engagement at this point.
Yeah,
down too many squads.
Doesn't have enough munitions, so he can't use any of his commander abilities, which is unfortunate. He also didn't cap that VP with his T-34. I thought he was going to do that.
Pretty much going to come down to, can he just kill the Tiger for some random reason? Findeed has to misplay for Hooligan to actually take this game.
Oh, gets in the house. That's nice. He's at 3 now with his I don't know why he's leaving the house. He could take at least one more shot in that building. Oh, man.
Maybe worried about like the evac retreat and this sniper as well.
Oh, that's true. I guess there's only one door. Yeah, that's the only door there.
With that being said, you can actually time it. So you wait for the T-34 to take a shot, and then you jump out of the house. So you could have taken another volley, waited for the T-34 shot, evac, retreated, and then he still would have been fine to not take the doorway shot. The T-34-85 fire rate isn't so high as to abuse that.
Yeah, it's no PPSH Sherman, Vet 3 M4C.
Yeah, this is a possible comeback.
Yeah, that's a Stuka. I mean, it didn't do much, but he just had so much munitions that it's like, you know, that's fine. Just throw it down, force a retreat.
Yeah. Colum's got a nice engagement onto the MG, but it's not even going to matter. The MG manages to retreat, so that's not wipe either. What's that?
Wow, Zis Barrage.
Zis Barrage.
Oh, they do the 35 munitions Zis Barrage. I think that's too cheap.
I'd pay 35 munitions for a Zis Barrage.
I'd pay 60 munitions for a Zis Barrage. I mean, it's expensive.
Throughout my entire CoH career, have I paid 60 munitions for a Zis Barrage? So, yeah. Okay, I dig. Hooligan at least hasn't lost anything, said Archon Hawk as the conscripts survive. Fantastic. Another Vet 0 con squad.
Yeah. Well, he can afford another tank. Does he wait for the IS-2? Does he go for another T-34?
He's got to go for the IS-2, surely, if he wants a chance to come back into this game.
Well, he doesn't have any fuel though. He needs to at least hold 1 fuel if he's gonna go for his IS-2. Otherwise, it'll just take him too long. Does he go for a caddy? That wouldn't be bad.
Could be good, but the Tiger's going to show up, and is this gun and T-34-85 enough to hold it off? Or pretty obvious it's Spearhead at this point with mortar half tracks.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know if there's another commander in the game that has this half track.
I think so, man.
It's sort of sad. It's a really cool unit.
It is.
Same with the KV-1. Like, I wish there were more commanders that had that, or it was non-doctrinal. Especially the KV-1.
I'd love a non-doctrinal mortar half track. That'd be cool. It's like the thing's overpowered. It's just cool. I mean,
yeah, maybe if it would cost more manpower if it's non-doctrinal. 200 is a bit cheap, but you know, it's fine for a commander at least. In regular mode, it's 280.
It must be the IS-2. He's going second as this. Hooligan's investing. Those the Tiger's going to be here soon. There's actually going to be a pretty well-timed Zis gun. The Tiger's actually on the field here for Findeed. He's just caught it in.
Oh, there we go. So he doubles this. That's nice. No marked target. You're used to. Oh man.
That's an entrance.
You're always used to. You know the mental connection you make with T-34-85s and marked target.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
But it's not here because he's armored assault.
That would just make this commander way too ridiculous.
Yeah,
like,
I'm so glad.
T-34-85s, IS-2s, IL-2s, and marked target. Yeah.
Yeah. Get rid of probably radio's the weakest, I think.
Yeah.
Either that or crew repair. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind losing one of those for marked target.
Yeah. Bro. Dude, I'm so glad that.
Where's my $5 make your own commander?
Because I think at some point they were wanting to do that. Because I believe there were modders that found all these files for custom commanders, like with supply and stuff. And I'm so glad they didn't, because it would have been really unbalanced. Yeah. Because there's so many OP synergies you could do.
Oh yeah, we completely busted. It's hard enough to balance the amount of commanders that are there.
Yeah.
Can't even balance the game, let alone the commanders, let alone
custom commanders.
We
Yeah.
just put it way too far. So yeah, certainly glad they didn't go in that direction.
You could do a lot of restrictions. Like I'm sure they wouldn't have done it. Just pick 5 abilities. It would have been like different slots. Like you have 1 call in, you have 1 off map, or something like that, or just different tiers of abilities cost X amount of currency, as in like you have 1,000 currency worth of value, and you can choose 5 abilities, and different abilities cost different currency.
Amounts of that 1,000,
but regardless of all of that, there would still certainly be OP synergies that you can find.
Dude, I'll tell you another unit you don't attack move. This guns on prioritized vehicles is probably not the unit to use. Is he gonna steal this just for swag points? What are we trying to do there? I'm guessing dropping another model from the conscripts, or trying to. Wow, okay, no,
the world's most spaced out Zis gun.
Yeah, that's not a good Zis gun. Sorry, not a good rifle nade usage. Especially when he's got the frag available soon. Maybe he's just trying to poke down the Zis to guarantee the frag actually getting the kill and wiping the Zis gun.
Dude, I've never seen a frag not kill a Zis gun. It heat seek lock-ons. You know how when you play Call of Duty, like the new ones, where when you press melee and someone's in the same house as you and it locks on and kills them? It's like that with the frag and Zis guns.
Yeah.
Well, the bayonet in COD World War II. Yeah, you just press.
It locks on, like.
Yeah, so but also you like phase, you teleport next to them, and your crosshair like locks on them. The bayonet charge is ridiculous in that game.
Jesus.
But then regular melee doesn't even one hit them, like with a sniper or with an SMG. This is pretty deep. I mean, if an IS-2 shows up, he's in a bit of trouble. The IS-2 is not that far off, apart from a bunch of manpower, but now Hooligan's down at 100. He's going to be 100 VPs by the time the IS-2 shows up, and that's a bit too late. I think going for another T-34 perhaps would have been the better choice here. Try and hold more VPs and hold more territory, because he doesn't have any munitions, and Findeed is going to just have plenty of munitions for his call-ins, his off-maps rather.
Yeah, it's a pretty all-or-nothing move, but I respect that. I get what he's going for. It's just, I don't know if I can hold 2 VPs, man, was kind of what I was thinking, even with another T-34-85. Just, it needs unit composition so good, his unit preservation so good, I just don't think it's possible. So I did going for the IS-2 and just committing everything to you know, 1 hold or 1 engagement. certainly something that Findeed can lose to if he just drops a bunch of squads or drops his Tiger and his P4 during the engagement. Got a lot of fuel banked up, but if he starts losing... You always end up losing squads. When you drop tanks, you lose squads at the same time.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Often because you're paying all your attention to the vehicles and just you're ignoring the infantry combat. Having that multitasking is very important.
Zach could, start to take down Findeed's fuel advantage and at least drop some of these squads down.
Oh, the Tiger got a buff too. It's slightly faster.
Okay.
There's the frag.
There's the frag.
Surprised he didn't angle it. I guess he wanted to get the only doorway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what his plan there was that if he evacs and runs down, he'll die. No, it wasn't. No, isn't there a doorway on the other side too? I guess there is, because that was a bit really OP for the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
It's the lower garrison that doesn't have one, so...
Yeah. Oh, I love this. He has 2 Shreks behind heavy cover.
Nice. Can't do anything about that. TTF's gonna get chunked here.
Wow. Generally, infantry-based AT, very good defensive, not so good offensive.
Yeah.
Oh man, if only he had the frag then.
Yeah.
But it won't take him long to get it back. 63 munis income.
Yeah, definitely needs that one back. It's the way you deal with the Tiger, isn't it? You just have 2 Zisk guns set up next to each other. It's just, there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, unlike the King Tiger, it can't 1v3 AT guns.
1v2.5 maybe, but not 1v3, so it's fine. This sniper stayed alive as well. Remember, this was the Bed Zero sniper. It's now on 26 kills, so
Yeah.
I think that was a perfectly good investment, just having the one sniper. And it's just throwing away another 360 manpower, and Hooligan really didn't have it to spare. It doesn't seem like a smart play to me. He's also not going to have a lot. It's going to be really limited in terms of repairs. So he's down on 74 VPs. Has 1 squad of combat engineers for repairs.
Oh, no.
So it's going to be everything on this one next engagement. Whatever happens here is going to decide the game. Hooligan has to win here, otherwise he's just going to lose flat out. He has no munitions, he has no fuel, he has no manpower, doesn't have a prayer.
Oh, he's going to decrew one of these Zisk guns with the P-Grens. Cons couldn't quite force them off. The IS-2 has arrived.
Desperately trying to hold on to these victory points. If he gets triple cap
Whoa,
now...
whoa, what's going on here?
IS-2, what are you doing?
Okay, he doesn't have the frag, so the Tiger can't fight this head-on. Tiger's actually taking a lot of damage here. There's going to be Shreks there for support. Wow, there's Tiger taking another Zisk shot.
And the IS-2 is actually going to miss. There's a Panzer
Nice.
skill titian.
No attack round just yet, though. But now the rear armor from the Shreks. That's really nasty. There's 2 Pyos here as well. Maybe some in-combat repairs. This could be a nice turnaround
Could
if
actually
the
just
Tiger
stop
goes
repair
down.
this. That'd be the way to play it.
Yeah, but the Shreks doesn't do too much damage here. You got 2 full Shreks off. Another Shrek comes through.
GG.
That should be it. Down she goes. T-34 a little bit late to the party.
Very, very nice Tiger micro. It's just no repairs. I mean, it's only just gotten to close to full health, and now it's just going to fall. 2 misses from the T-34-85. It's going to try and back away, but it's going to back away straight into 2 P-Grens.
Yeah, he'll pop Blitzkrieg on the road as well.
Another volley comes out. Now the P-Grens should just retreat. I mean, 51 VPs, triple caps on. It's just too late.
The misses. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. Look at Findeed's resources. He would have just called in another.
Yeah, Tiger straight up.
Yeah, there was no way the IS-2 was surviving. Oh, look at this. B4 base diving. 1 Zisk goes down. Yeah, Findeed was well prepared. He had his pack moving into Hooligan. Just lost too many cons, I think. And it was pretty good RNG from the P4 in Hooligan's defense, but I still think that Hooligan made it. Some pretty big errors across the board.
Yeah, Findeed just having a solid game. That's how you win Company of Heroes too. You just play a solid game and you wait for your opponent to make mistakes.
Yeah, especially as Axis, where with Wehrmacht you want to be, very consolidated. You want to play for that late game when you have a Tiger. You don't have to be aggressive and make the plays.
T-34-85 is making big plays. Tiger misses double penetration. So Tiger goes down. He wins game. No? Probably not. Sniper's also going to fall, which is weird because Hooligan doesn't really have anything else to micro. That's GG.
GG. Well, Findeed has done it again.
Pretty good game. Very solid play from Findeed. Good to see Spearhead. I like mortar half tracks. They're cool.
Yeah, that got a wipe and did a lot of damage. It was at least 20 kills before it went down, so that mortar half track definitely paying itself off. I'm sad we didn't see any recons, but you know, that's okay. I just like recons.
What's saving up munitions to make sure a frag bomb was readily available? You know, 180 munitions isn't cheap. It's a great way to deal with the support weapons. So, yeah, GG, well played. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. There is a Discord link down below if you'd like to jump in and interact with other members of our community. We won't necessarily be super active on there all the time, but you know, we're on there occasionally. So other people who enjoy video games are going to be on there. So
do you like video games?
Do you like video games? So feel free to jump on. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the content.